Hello grade 4 students, how all of you are doing? I trust that all of you are doing great. So welcome back to our another class for subject science, and today we will continue our lesson about sound 4.3 activity 4.3. okay, so last week we learned about what is a sound, and this week we will learn how sounds travel. Okay, so let me read first for you. Okay, so page number 56. Okay, 4.3 how sound travels. Okay, sound travels through different materials like solid, gas and liquid. Okay, sound, last week we learned about how does sound travel through different materials like solid, gas and liquid. But how does sound travel? But how it actually travels. Okay, so activity. Okay, so you can do it at home as well if you want. Jumping rice. Okay, put the plastic wrap over the top of the jar. Okay, like a bowl, you can do it on the bowl or a jar. Okay, keep the wrap in place with an elastic band. Okay, sprinkle a few rice grains over the wrap. Okay, so hit the side of the jar with pencil. What happens to the rice? Hold the tin tray close to the jar and bang it with a spoon. What happens to the rice? Predict what will happen if you clap your hands next to the jar. Try it out. Was your predictions correct? So next, vibrations. Okay, so I will read that later. Okay, so now page number 57, sound. So let me explain first. Then I will read next. Okay, so sound are the vibrations, so that comes out when from any thing. Okay, so sound are basically vibrations. Okay, so how does sound travel? Sound vibrations. Okay, sound vibrations that come out from anything when it has a movement. Okay, sound vibrations travel in a wave pattern. Okay, and we call these vibrations sound waves. Okay, so what? Sound vibrations travel in a wave pattern. Okay, and we call these vibrations sound waves. Okay, so and next, define vibrations. Now here we should know vibrations. Okay, so define what vibrations. Vibration is a very quick movement back and forth. We cannot see them, but we can feel them. Okay, so vibrations are very quick movement back and forth. Okay, we cannot see them, but we can feel it. Okay, like here. So let me show you. Okay, so here, see this. So see, you can see it's vibrating. Okay, and it makes sound. Okay, so like this, no sound. So when it has movement, means the vibrations come out. Okay, so it's vibrating. Okay, like this. See, when it's still, no movement, no sound. But when I tap, you can see it has a movement. So that means it's vibrating. Okay, vibrating back and forth. Okay, movement back and forth. So you can hear the sound. Okay, so that's how sound travels. So I will read next. Okay, vibrations cause sounds. So as I explained earlier, sounds are made when things vibrate. Okay, so a vibration is a very quick movement back and forth. You often cannot see vibrations, but you can feel them. Okay, so vibrations occur when things have movement. Okay, hold your hand in the middle of your throat and hum a tune. So hold your hand here, keep your hand here. So when you speak, you can feel vibrations. You will feel vibrations and hear the sound. Okay, so when you place your hand here, you can feel the vibration. So next, page 57, sound travels because vibration travels. Okay, so you see the rice grains move, plastic wrap vibrates. The rice grain vibrate and move. The vibration travels through the jar to the plastic wrap. The jar vibrates when you hit the jar. Okay, the tin tray vibrates when you hit it. The air around the tin tray vibrates. Okay, so next we have questions. Okay, so have a look at here now. Okay, so but how does sound travel with material? Okay, sounds are basically vibrations, and we call them sound waves. Okay, so here you can see sound waves. So speaker, here is a speaker. So when you see a speaker, you can see speaker vibrates. Okay, speaker like this, it vibrates. Okay, so when it vibrates, so the sound waves come out. Okay, and sound waves have pattern. They come out in a pattern. Okay, but how does sound travel in a material like solid, liquid and gas? Because they have particles. So when this particle vibrates and it hits the next particle, and then this particle vibrates and then it hits the next particle. Okay, so like this. Okay, sound wave come. So when it hits this particle, it vibrates, and when it vibrates, it passes the vibration to next particle, and then this second particle vibrates and then it goes to next. So that's how sound wave goes on and on. Okay, so again I will explain again. So like this sound wave come and then it hits the first particle. Let's suppose this is first particle. Okay, it hits the first particle, then it vibrates and this particle hits the next particle, and then the second particle vibrates, and then third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay, so we cannot count particles, it's just an example. Okay, so that's how sound travels. Like in liquid, particles are freely moving. So but then still it hits the other particles, but in liquid, sound travels like less louder than solid. So in solid, sound can travel more louder than any other material. Like in gas, sound travels very slowly, sound waves. But in liquid, sound waves travel a little bit faster. But in solid, sound waves travels fastest. Okay, so that's how sound travels. So now time for your task 1. So your task 1 will be posted in the group. Okay, so you will have your task 1 in your group, but first I want you to watch this video very carefully. Okay, and if you will have any questions, any doubts regarding this video, you can ask me. Okay, I will be there to help you. Okay, and regarding your homework, so I will always check your homework after the class. Okay, so you can drop your homework from last week after we finish the class. Okay, so I will check it. Okay, and then I will give you feedback. Okay, within 1 day. Okay, so that's it. So for this video, I will see you in the next video. Hello students, welcome back to our second video for today. Okay. And today we are learning about how sounds travel. Okay, last week we learned about what is a sound. Okay, so and how does sound travel through mediums, but how it actually travels. So here's how does sound travel and vibration. Sound travels because sound occurs like when things move and it creates vibrations, when things vibrates, okay, and then the sound waves come out, okay. So task 2, so your task 2 will also be posted in the group, okay. So task 1 I will post in the group, and task 2 as well I will post in the group, okay. So I will give you enough time to do your task 2. If you will need more time, you can ask me. And yes, and if I give you task to do on your notebook, you can use pen, but if it's on your textbook, always use pencil on your textbook, okay. Do not use pencil on your textbook, because if you make any mistake, you can easily make corrections, okay. So that's it in the second video, okay. I will see you in the last video for today, okay. Bye bye. Hello students, welcome back to our third and last video for today. And today we learned about how sounds travel. So how does sound travel? So sound vibrations travel in a wave pattern, and we call these vibrations sound waves, okay. So define vibrations. So what are vibrations? How we define them? Vibration is a very quick movement back and forth, okay. So we cannot see them, but we can feel it. So as I explained in the first video, so like this one here, okay. So it's not moving, so it has no movement, so no vibrations. But when I tap even on the top, okay, so it has a movement, so it vibrates, so the vibrations come out, so we can hear the sound. So, but how does sound travel in a material? So here is one example. So this is a particles of solid material, okay. So when the sound waves come, it hits the first particle and then it vibrates, then it hits the next particle, okay. Then this pattern goes on and on, okay. So that's how sound travels in particles. So here are sound waves, okay. So coming on to your homework, so your homework will also be posted in the group, okay. So task 1 will be posted in the group, task 2 will be posted in the group, and your homework will be posted in the group, okay. And do not forget to do your homework. If you do not do your homework, you will lose your points in your final result, okay. So then you cannot ask teacher that why you have less score than others, because you have not been doing your homework. So always do your homework, okay. And you can always ask me, drop a message if you have any problems doing your homework, okay. I will be there to help you out, okay. So that's it for today, okay. I will see you next week. Take care, be safe, and bye bye.